welcome back. Today we're going to be doing our monthly predictions. We're going to be talking about the month of February 2025. If you are new here, my name is Heather Ness. I'm an intuitive and a numerologist, and every month I do a monthly prediction where I look at the numerology of the month, and I do a meditation in the Akashic Records to get some more messages about what the month's energy is going to be all about. Just to give you a good vibe of like what's going to happen and what you can expect. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now. My goal is to grow to 1,000 subscribers in the next 90 days, and I would really appreciate if you help me with that. So just go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Perfect, thank you. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the month of February. It is a really exciting kind of transformational month. If you look at February 2025, 2025 is a universal year 9, and obviously February is a 2 month, so we add a 9 and a 2 together, you get an 11. An 11 happens to be a master number. So in numerology, it is represented as an 11-2 number. So 11 slash or dash, almost like a little fraction, 2. So this month really holds the energy of a master number, which is really the vibe that I got when I was doing my meditation. So let's talk first, what is an 11-2 number in numerology? An 11-2 is the most spiritual or psychically gifted number in numerology. All numbers are very intuitive, and every one of us, including you, have the gift of intuition. Sometimes we choose to ignore it, or we haven't really developed the gift, or I wouldn't say gift, but the ability to really listen to our inner knowing, but we all have the gift of psychic abilities. Having said that though, an 11-2 is a little more naturally gifted. They don't have to work at it as hard, or it doesn't take as much practice, I should say. So if you look at the number 11, 11 in itself almost is like a little doorway or a bridge, if you look at the two ones side by side. And so an 11-2 energy is almost like a doorway to the other side. The veil for them to be able to see the unseen is very clear. And a 2 number in itself is also a very intuitive number. They're very much like empaths. They feel things very deeply. And so an 11-2 energy as a universal energy is really like a destined kind of number. It is a number in which people will feel the energy of their intuition, the energy of their higher calling very deeply this month. So if you look at the number 1 or the 11, it's a double 1. One in themselves are very like inner focused, and they're supposed to be, not in a selfish way, but they are really here to develop themselves. And they're very connected when it comes to like ideas. And so this is going to be a month where, because we have a double 1, it's going to be double that energy. We're going to have a very strong connection to the divine or the higher realms, if you will. And with the 2 energy, it really deepens that sensitivity to our intuition. This is really going to be a month where we're going to feel really intuitive, really called to listen to our heart inside, like what's really calling us. This is going to be a month where I really feel, there's a lot of talk about the shift of, the globe or the world, and, moving from the 3D to like the 4 or 5D. Really what this means is people are beginning to awaken to their inner knowing. We're all very, we're all souls that have lived many lifetimes. And, in this lifetime, on earth, the veil, of forgetfulness is there, but this is a month and a year in which the veil is going to be lifted for many of us. And you're going to feel a deeper calling to understand yourself and the world around you in a much deeper way. And also, it's not going to be as easily, people are not going to be able to sway us as easily as they would have been in the past. The veil of understanding people's agendas around us, whether that's political agendas, personal agendas. We're going to be able to see through those very easily this month. This is the month that's going to, when we talk about the 11, we're going to want to be focused on ourselves in a very understanding, in a very like intuitive way. So with the 2, it's like internal. It's internal, but yet harmony. 2 is all about balance. And so it is a month where we're going to feel a little torn between really following our authentic calling and also a want and a desire to make the people around us happy, which is like the 2 energy, right? The 1 is self-focused. The 2 is about companionship and about relationships. And when those 2 come together, it can be a bit of a pull a little bit. And so this will be a month where we will feel the pull to really go internally and follow our most authentic calling. It's going to be a month where we're going to feel a lot more lit up about what inspires us. I would say it's a month where you should really look into, really go in the direction of what sparks your excitement, and start moving in that direction. Sometimes when we begin to move in a new direction that excites us, the people around us are not used to this new like direction, and it might rub some people a little bit the wrong way. Keep in mind that that's okay for you to still be authentic and work on those relationships. I feel like for some of us, the relationships might be tested just a little bit. Doesn't mean you're going to lose anyone or not. But what it does mean is when you live more authentically, sometimes it takes people around us time to readjust to this, what they view as a new version of you, right? When we begin to expand and we begin to evolve, not everyone is expanding and evolving as quickly as you are. And so it may take other people more time to get to that. I just really feel like this is a month where we're going to be really sort of activating our gifts that we are innately given, the things that come very natural to us, the things that really excite us, the things that make us really happy to do or to share. This is really a month where we're going to feel really drawn to moving forward with those things. And I do feel that this will be a month where many of us might have a little bit more of a spiritual awakening or a calling to understand ourselves in the universe around us in a little more deeper spiritual way. Or if you're already sort of like on that journey of a spiritual awakening, your spiritual awakening is going to deepen. It is really a month of intuition and divine guidance. I really feel that we're going to get a lot of guidance in where we should be going. This is really a time which is so exciting. It's a time of like, it's a time of activation. It's a time of healing. It's a time of getting to know, our purpose on the deepest level. I would say in years past, especially even just speaking about myself, I've really done things that I enjoyed, but I did them more out of like, it was just the obvious thing to do. And I feel like this year is going to be a year and a month where we want to do the things that really make us happy, even if it doesn't make sense to other people. And that's where that rub with relationship might be, is the direction that you begin to go. Not everyone may understand your calling or your pull to that. Just like myself with this right here, right? I come from a very different world for my career in currently and what I've done in the past compared to what I'm doing now. And so not everyone understands that shift, and that's totally okay. The people that love you the deepest will come to understand that and accept it, which is so beautiful. And so when I was meditating on the energy of this month, I saw this beautiful silver kind of like iridescent purple snake. And that just represents to me 3 things: intuition, transformation, and a spiritual awakening. And that really sums up the numerology of the month also, which I think is so beautiful. This is really a month of intuition and following our heart. It's a month of big and deep transformation, because when we begin to follow our heart and our soul's calling, it does begin to transform us and everything around us, right? And part of transformation is also releasing. This entire year universally is a year 9, which is a year of transformation and a year of shedding, a year of releasing and letting go, a year of completion. And that's really what this year is going to feel like, the undertone for everyone, because the universal year impacts us as an undercurrent. Our personal year, and I've done some videos on that, so if you haven't seen it, make sure you click on the link below. I'll make sure I link the personal years below and how to calculate your personal year. That's the overarching vibe that you're going to have this year. But we're all going to be releasing and shedding in some way. And this month is a shedding of who we used to be, a shedding of old expectations that were placed on us that don't really serve where we're going and where we want to go. This is going to be a month where we're going to feel really called to begin to release those and to live more authentically who we are. And I find that so exciting and scary at the same time, right? Part of shedding and transformation is facing your fear. What I found so cool is I felt really called to pull a card for this reading, for this monthly prediction reading. And so I use the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light Oracle deck. I absolutely love this Oracle deck. I find that I get some really beautiful messages, and my higher self really speaks to me through this deck. I find it just beautiful. Anyways, when I pulled a card for today's reading, I got the card called Warrior Woman. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can read it. It says here, have you answered your deepest calling? And I was just like, wow. You know, I was asking to pull a card for the collective for this month of February. And have you answered your deepest calling? That sums up just in itself what this month is all about. This month is going to be a month where we are going to feel activated. We're going to feel an urge to really lean into our biggest calling. And I find that that's so beautiful. So I'm going to read it to you real quick, just so you can hear it. Have you answered your deepest calling? You are here for a reason. You are being called to bravely pave a new path. Have you answered your highest and deepest calling? Living a heart and soul loved life is not fluffy and smooth sailing. Living a heart and soul filled life requires courage to triumph over fear. So true. So often our fears are the gatekeepers of our greatest gifts. And the more resistance you have towards answering a call, the more important it is for your soul's growth. Sometimes fear is an indication that we are facing the right direction. Joan of Arc was known for her courage, and her famous line was, "I am not afraid, I was born to do this." But the thing about courage is it is not possible without fear. This is like the duality of the number 2 energy. 2 is duality. 2 represents both sides. You can't have courage if you don't understand what fear is. You can't have light if you don't have dark. You know, that is the beauty in this month, is we're going to see both sides. And, you know, it's really asking you to live into your soul's purpose and what's really calling you. And if you're unsure, it's time to really take time in meditation, in journaling, in asking yourself some questions as to what really, what lights you up. You know, one of the biggest things that I can say when it comes to following or finding your deepest calling is to follow what makes you excited, what makes you happy, what makes you curious. You know, those things are little breadcrumbs to who we are. The divine, your higher self, speaks to you through these things that have high interest to you, things that make you excited to talk about, things that you could read about for hours on end, even if you're not a reader. These are the things that are your purpose and your higher calling, the things that have high interest. So if you're not sure what this is for you, ask yourself, what are those things that really light you up? Even if it doesn't make sense, even if right now you can't see how it could be a career, sometimes our highest calling is not a career. Sometimes it's a hobby. That is something that impacts us and people around us, or even just us ourselves, right? So follow what makes you excited, and also when you think about doing it or what other people might think or something, you have a little fear. That right there just shows you that that's the direction you're supposed to go. So let me finish it up. Think of fears as an opportunity to expand rather than things that are holding you hostage. If you look at your fear as in this light, as uncomfortable as it might feel, it is actually a sign that you are on the right track. So the question, or maybe something you can journal on, is, have you answered your deepest calling? I'll end with that. I just want to say thank you all for tuning in to my monthly prediction for the month of February 2025. I encourage you to follow your heart, follow your inner knowing, follow what lights you up. I encourage you to live really authentically this month, and know that those insights that you get, those divine downloads or ideas that you have, are divinely given. We are all right now on a journey of an awakening, of understanding ourselves very, very deeply. And this is a month that's really going to either deepen that awakening or possibly shift you into that awakening. And the fact that you're here is also a sign that you are being called to this. So I just want to say thank you again for being here. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed my content, you want to join me on my journey of awakening and helping other people really know themselves on the deepest level. My goal with my channel is to help inspire you to understand yourself on the deepest level, to listen to your inner knowing. We are all very wise, and we have souls that have lived many lifetimes, and the knowledge and the wisdom that we're seeking is inside of us. But if you're enjoying the content, again, hit the subscribe button. I would love it if you join me. I want to send you all much love. Have a beautiful February. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.